talk to us a little bit about lead generation. So how are you going out and getting these owner accounts?
What makes Heroes really great is we're ultimately building an empire.
Hey everybody, back again with Nicole over at Heroes Lawn Care. You're going to want to listen. This brand has 6 different revenue streams, all recurring revenue, all recession resistant, top line performer, big numbers. But anyway, yourself, tell us a little bit about yourself
Heroes. Yeah.
and Hero
Heroes Lawn
and
Care.
Heroes Lawn Care.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thanks so much for having me. Yes, like they said, it keeps saying my name is Nicole, and that's what my mom calls me. I've changed it 3,200 times, but it always reverts back to Nicole. But you guys can call me Nikki.
I thought
Um, yes,
so.
I know. I'm like, okay, AI, you tell me what I need to be called for sure.
Yep.
But so my name's Nikki. I'm the direct development with Heroes Lawn Care. I've actually moved over to the development team kind of within the last 6 months, but I am like a decade old in dog years at Horsepower Brands. I've been with Horsepower for over 3 years now, so I've kind of seen it grown and changed and everything, but I was working with them in the recruiting services. So I actually got to work hands-on with the franchisees as they're going through the discovery phase, coming to Omaha and seeing what it's all about, into hiring some really key pivotal roles before they open doors in their onboarding process, and then fast forward to when they're opening doors and needing to bring on additional support. So I've really got to work with the franchisees in that way. So being able to now find new franchisees and really build connections, that's like my thing. I think I got it from recruiting, is just building those connections and really hearing their story, listening to their why, and seeing if Heroes is the right fit for them. Because Heroes is not going to be the right fit for everyone, but I just love building those connections with candidates and with clients and brokers and everything, and really just hoping that we can make it mesh. But that's a little bit about me. I'm in Omaha, Nebraska, so go Huskers. That's really all I got for Nebraska. But 2 little girls, and fast forward to all things Heroes at this point. Like you said, 6 different revenue streams built on reoccurring revenue. That's kind of our sweet spot. Now, we obviously have landscaping as well, and landscaping is going to be like your start and your stop. So those are really the cherry on top jobs, bringing in anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000 per job, which is really incredible. But it's the reoccurring revenue model that has helped our locations be successful.
So let's dive straight there.
Let's
Let's talk
dive.
about this. Yeah, let's talk about the 6 services.
Yes, absolutely. So get your pencils ready. So we have fertilization, irrigation, landscaping. We have snow removal. We have pet waste removal called Doody Duty. And then we have the mosquito team. And so what mosquito is also one of our largest revenue streams as far as reoccurring revenue goes, because nobody wants those pesky mosquitoes coming back year after year. So we get them on a subscription model. And what makes Heroes really great is we're ultimately building an empire, but all just under one brand. You have, again, 6 different revenue streams, which is essentially 6 different businesses all underneath one platform. So you don't have to go and buy multiple franchises. You already have them all. And so now that they're in the same like green industry experience, you can layer the services, and that's what keeps your customers coming back. It's that one-stop shop. You get to make one phone call and have 6 different services applied to your lawn. Who would
That's what I
rather
was.
make 6 calls versus one? You
Yeah,
know?
that's exactly what I was going to say. And not just that, but from an investor standpoint, I mean, this is literally four plus franchises
Yeah,
into one. So for one franchise,
absolutely.
you're getting essentially the equivalent of 4 different brands that you would have to individually purchase.
And what else about it? A lot of these outdoor options are seasonal. So
Yes.
this is a full year, it sounds like. There's
Yeah.
no seasonality
So
too.
there really is no seasonality about it. You're right, because our locations in Florida, they're working the irrigation, fertilization, they're working that year round. But our northern states like Nebraska and higher up, they bring on the snow squad, and Lord knows when you're getting 40 inches, a dump, a blizzard, like you want somebody to come and clear that space. And so when we operate both in residential and commercial, you're really just able to utilize the same contacts, the same leads that you've already been doing jobs with. And again, just layering that service. So obviously, we want you always out there cultivating new leads and drumming up new leads, but it doesn't have to always be add in a new service, get new leads. Like you add in a service, but you apply them to your leads that you're already working and then keep going. So it's really great. It's incredible.
So, a little bit of something that would intimidate me as an investor is that sounds like a lot of employees.
Yeah.
Is that correct or no?
No, nope, it's not. So it's interesting because Heroes is able to be flexible. We're a flexible brand in the sense that we're not like all other franchises where it's black and white. This is our business model. This is how we roll it out. Like no fudging. We're able to be flexible because Arizona, they don't need necessarily to go deep in weed and fertilization. They don't have weeds. It's the desert. So they need to start off more on the irrigation side, whereas much of the rest of the country starts off doing weed and fertilization. That's, again, you're planting the seed, no pun intended, for that reoccurring revenue. And with weed and fertilization, you need aeration to come in when you're getting into the winter months. Then once spring is hitting, like you got to hit the ground running to start treating your lawn right away to get it to come up in the spring, etc. So really being able, again, to have those applications, you just need one technician. As an owner operator, you open doors with one technician. And really the goal is for them to do 100 applications a week. Our team breaks it down 25 per day, so northeast, southwest. And so Monday through Thursday, you're operating 100 different applications by one technician. And then Fridays are kind of for your rain days or makeup days, anything that you need to circle back on. But once you're operating over 100 applications, that's when you grow and scale and bring on that second technician.
Okay.
So talk to us a little bit about lead generation. So how are you going out and getting these owner accounts?
Yeah, absolutely. So you guys probably know a lot about Horsepower Brands. We have our support services that really help our franchisees start at the 50. It's football season, so everybody loves to start at the 50. And so we have Z Marketing. Z Marketing and the fees that are applied to Z Marketing are already included in the initial investment, and it's $15,500 for the duration of your franchise agreement, which is 10 years. And they will handle your digital marketing, Facebook, your website, all of like your Google business platform. Like they will handle all of that. Now, you need door hangers, we got them. You need yard signs, absolutely. We will also, wrapping your vehicle. That's incredible as well. But in addition to both of those, we are now reinvesting into an AI type call center. So our owners don't have to be sitting waiting by the phone to answer for those leads or, fish through the spam calls that we all get. We have a call center that will make sure that our franchisees are really just getting the leads that are coming in, the serious leads, but then we're also, hitting your team or your community with digital marketing, etc. Now, this does not alleviate the local team, the franchisee, the technician from cultivating new leads and just being a pivotal member of your community. We still want them out there and doing that, but we will also be supporting you in the lead generation as well.
Awesome. Love it.
And then tell us a little bit about all the technology, the lawn measurements, the smart
Absolutely.
things.
And our brand president Brad just did a podcast where he just honed in on, what's AI doing to this industry. And he's like, for smaller locations, smaller franchises, or just mom and pops, like it's going to be tough for them. But we like to get ahead of the ball. We're proactive rather than reactive in that sense. And technology is something that really sets us apart from some of the other franchises and mom and pop shops. We're able to utilize satellite imagery to do the measurements, so you're not having to walk the perimeter with the little spinny wheel to see how big it is, what it measures. We're really able to, again, hone in on that satellite technology. It plugs right into the iPad. You already have your margins already listed in there. So you can build that trust and rapport with your customer, both residential and commercial, and show them right there on the iPad, this is your estimate. So again, we're giving that in real time estimate to really try to get them to sign on that dotted line so you can work that job the next week.
That's awesome. So far I have, you're not relying on one service. It's subscription based. It's recurring revenue. It's really smart. It's not seasonal. So have we talked about investment?
I was going to say, can you talk to us a little bit about the investment level?
Yes, absolutely. So one of the great things about Heroes is we have actually, well, not we had nothing to do with it. Really, our brand president, Brett, he's been with us for, in April, it was 1 year. And when he kind of got in here, he was able to kind of take a deep dive into our initial investment, and he scaled it back 33% to give the opportunity for entrepreneurship to many people, which is really great and incredible. I mean, I love meeting with the young entrepreneurs. I also love meeting with the entrepreneurs who are like, I'm ready to get out of the rat race, and what's it going to take? So our initial investment range is, I mean, pretty great if you ask me. It's 159,000 to, that's our low estimate, and then our high estimate is 215,000. So the range 159 to 215 is pretty low in comparison to other franchises, especially when you're getting 6 different revenue streams.
Pretty reasonable. I like that it's a fairly tight range. Sometimes you see
Yes.
really large ranges in these item sevens. But yeah, I mean, to your point, again, you're getting at least 4 different franchises in one
Yeah.
for 160.
And you're so right. And it also that's 3 months of operation. So you're getting the inventory to open doors with about 100 jobs of inventory right then and there. Then again, with our partnership with Site One, we are guaranteed not only tier 5 pricing, which is the best pricing that they offer, but they also give us 3-day ship. So there's really no need to keep a ton of inventory on hand. In the 1,500 square foot facility that we do require, you're not keeping a ton of inventory in there. It's really just, you go to the home, the business, you create the estimate, you get them to sign, and you can order product right then and there. And like I said, do the job the next week.
Now, the 1,500 square feet that's required, we're not
Yeah.
talking retail, right? What kind of
So
space?
yeah, nope, it's not like brick and mortar. You can really just do a storage facility. If you have that in your garage, like I said, I have 2 girls. We don't have any room for any things. But if you have the space in your garage, great. If you have a secondary business that you use, whatever, that's perfect. Like, we just require 1,500 square feet. That would do inventory, the vehicle, and the equipment needed to do the jobs.
Perfect.
I love it. Well, who are you looking for?
Yes, I love this question. So we have both owner operator validators and we have semi-involved. So we always say at Horsepower, we say semi-involved because we don't see, starting up a small business, we don't see a lot of success with absentee ownership. But so owner operator is going to be one technician, and really technicians doing the jobs. The owner operator is kind of really making connections with the HOA, Chamber of Commerce, developers, and really working the community to generate that buzz for Heroes. Now, if you do the flip side to semi-involved, the owner is going to be starting off doing about 20 hours of work a week in the business, but still having a general manager run the day-to-day aspect. And then again, with that technician. So we do have owners that have phased into right now doing like 6 hours of work a week in their business, and they own a business. It's amazing. It takes time, it takes effort, especially in the beginning, to get it up and running. But ultimately, they need no knowledge of lawn care. They don't have to come in within the industry, anything like that. We just want them to be motivated by numbers, by diving into the data, working the dashboards, and really be able to have those transparent and honest conversations with their team, motivating their team, holding accountable. So ultimately, a real team leader is kind of who we're really looking for.
And how many locations do you have open today?
Yeah. We have 23 open locations across the United States, and that's about 73 territories. So kind of jumping ahead probably, but that means we have all major markets still available.
That's awesome. So
That's
if you're sitting here listening, want to learn more, shoot me a text at 270-215-2844. We'll verify just to make sure that your market is still open and go through some next steps.
Yes.
Thanks, Nikki.
Thank you guys so
Good work.
much.
And hopefully we'll be sending you some qualified candidates soon.
Absolutely. I'm happy to help.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.